Hello everybody and welcome back to our newest episode of Pixel Pictures. It's been a brief hiatus last month, but we're back.
With a vengeance.
With a vengeance. And
a reunion tour.
Reunion. We never broke up, but we're still having a reunion.
Like when Love Fist get back together.
I had Love Fist on my head as well there a minute ago. I don't know, I got reunion. I think of old rock bands, Love Fist.
Yeah, Love Fist are the first one to think of, huh?
Sorry about that.
Love Fisted?
Now, people might be a bit mad with us this month because we're kind of bending the rules, aren't we?
We may have cheated just a little bit.
We said maybe we won't bother mentioning it. You know, we'll see if people get away with it. But technically, we're within the boundaries. Pixel Pictures, as you all know, is where we review films based off video games. But this month, we said we'd kind of do a film based around video games, inspired from video games.
Yeah. This is a bit of a strange one. It's a bit of a different gig from what we usually do. But we thought, you know what? Fuck it. It's our show. We'll do what we want.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you're not our boss, god damn you. But we love you. Continue to watch. So people are probably going to understand what this is going to be already. It was a huge film, furthering video game people everywhere, putting video games, not that they were never not in the mainstream, but you know, spreading the love a bit. And we have our obligatory glare again. Oh, what was that? Oh, it is Wreck-It Ralph. Of course it is. Get that lovely glare in.
Get the glare on.
Man, I thought it'd be more glary. It's good though. This is the cool.
I'm kind of disappointed.
I know, yeah.
It's a shit film.
I get the real cover. This is the cool kind of limited edition
fancy pants cover.
Disney villains, where it has like all the villains on the front. So it's this prick here, the Candy King. Oh,
stop it, Richie.
I'm gonna get the real cover. Oh yeah, there we go. There we go.
Proper glare.
But
the monthly glare.
This film is fantastic. So me and Spud are going to have a nice big chat about it now. I'm going to if I can get this back in the case. So you all know how Pixel Pictures works by this stage. We do a little intro here, and then we have a little discussion on the movie in question, and we're going to do a little roundup piece at the end. So without further ado, let's get this show on the road. Hit it there. Hit it. So, Spud, Wreck-It Ralph. Opinions?
I reckon. Okay.
I
reckon that this month we're not doing Pixel Pictures. This month is Pixar Pictures.
Oh man!
Yeah,
so you never lost it, boy.
Yeah, working on that for the last say 20 to 30 seconds there. You know?
Oh shit! Well, I can see it really paid off.
So Wreck-It Ralph. Now we've slightly covered Wreck-It Ralph before on the hitstandnet.com podcast.
True.
Well, it has been mentioned. I gave my 2 cents about it, but I'll happily give it again because I think that is a fantastic movie.
It's amazing. This is only my second time seeing it. Like I saw it before, but you've seen it a few times, haven't you?
I've seen it quite a few times at this stage.
24 times.
You know, probably.
plus minus one.
Very possibly. Yeah. But I think it's great. It's not one of my favorite gaming movies. It's simply one of my favorite movies at the moment.
Yeah, I was just going to say that. I'd take all the video game stuff aside, and it would stand alone as just another fucking amazing Pixar film. Like, you know,
Absolutely.
It is so well done.
Pixar don't really have any bad movies per se.
They don't really,
You know,
when you look at it.
they don't really do that kind of game.
No, there's such effort gone into everything. You can see, like, it would have been easy for them to just make a game based on make a film based on what they thought games were. But you can see there is an awful lot of insider stuff as well that wouldn't like confuse people, but it's like little nods.
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff that would
Easter
go
eggs
over
and
your
stuff.
head if you weren't a gamer.
Yeah.
But if you were, you'd chuckle at it.
It really,
You know.
it shows that they know. I think that it can be difficult to aim something so specifically, and yet kind of get everyone happy at the same time. But they did that exactly. If you've never played a game in your life, you would love that film. But
Yeah.
if you're a hardcore gamer, you're going to love that film. So it's not like they alienated.
No, they had a sort of hands down, big, massive hands down.
God, it's fucking. Oh,
You know. So what's the deal with Wreck-It Ralph? Give us a rundown for anybody who hasn't seen it.
it's basically he's a star, a villain of a video game. Fix-It Felix Jr. isn't his name?
Fix-It Felix Jr., which I'm kind of pissed is not a real video game.
Yeah,
I've heard there were little arcade releases.
Yeah, there's like the premieres and stuff.
Yes.
I've seen
Yeah,
it pop up.
If it is a game of any description as opposed to just a fancy cab, I totally want to play it.
It'd be amazing.
You know.
Put that shit up on Xbox Live or something. You know?
Yeah, it's
People love it.
tell a mill. It really will.
But yeah, the game is Wreck-It Ralph. He's the villain. He goes in and wrecks what's the name of the apartments again that they live in?
Somethingville. Niceville or
Something.
something to that
bullshit,
effect.
I think.
Yeah.
So basically, the premise is he's the guy who goes in and wrecks the building, and then Fix-It Felix is like the hero, and he has this little golden hammer, and it's like a jump up kind of old school. I'm gonna say Donkey Kong-ish, but it's got that platformer like.
I could almost feel a Donkey Kong.
It's got that vibe off it.
Maybe
isn't it?
again, it's just the size of your man's hands. You know,
Yeah, and he's
but-
up on top and stuff.
Yeah.
So he wrecks the apartment block, and then Felix has to scale it with his little hammer and fix everything. And the whole idea is he's a bit left out, isn't he? He's a bit upset because he's a villain and a bad guy, and nobody likes him, and he just wants a bit of fame.
It's cool though the way they kind of run that in, because they open with kind of a sad look at him, which you don't really get in children's movies.
Yeah.
You know, you usually open up with the hero being brilliant.
And stereotypical villain, he's evil and this, but
But it opens up with Wreck-It Ralph not happy with himself or his life, and it's like, this is a really strange take on things.
It's almost like an Up as well. Remember that at the start, and that was
Oh
really
God!
depressing as well. He's crying. He's
I
off.
promised myself I
He's
wouldn't
off.
cry.
I brought some tissues. There you go. But yeah, it did a very good job of humanizing him as a really. He's so likable. He's not a villain at all.
He
like.
is. He's really likable.
Yeah.
He's even more likable than say Dr. Horrible.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly.
I love the way they walk in with the the bad guys Anonymous.
I think that's the scene before the film even came out that people heard about or seen little bits of.
Yeah, they showed little bits of it in
Oh,
the trailer.
you're sold on that then immediately. Like, it's got everybody.
It has everybody, and this is the opening fucking scene.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
You know what I
They
mean?
really just know what you're getting yourself in for. Like
Like in that circle, you have what? You have M. Bison,
M. Bison, Bowser.
Bowser, one of the Pac-Man ghosts.
Yeah.
Not sure which one.
We had a bit of a discussion on that, didn't
Yeah.
we? We weren't too sure.
We know it's not Pinky.
It's not Pinky. It's what colour is
It's
it?
one of the other
Blue
three,
one, yeah. Robotnik, was he there?
Robotnik's there, Bowser's there, the zombie from House of the Dead is there.
Yeah, the
Fucking,
hatchets.
there's a cheap ass version of Kano there. I believe the evil princess from Battletoads is there. I'm not 100% if it is who, but I think it is.
And that ninja dude, or like, is he from Ninja Gaiden?
Ninja dude, he looks like the dude from Ninja Gaiden. I'm not entirely sure.
He's
You
almost
know.
a bit typical ninja, but he could be
Yeah.
anything, you know.
But then again, if he's taken from an NES game, everybody was a typical ninja, right?
Yeah, come on,
You know.
yeah, exactly.
You've got everybody, and of course you've got Zangief,
Yes,
who
yeah, of
steals the
course.
whole fucking show.
Yeah,
You
man,
know.
that was amazing, like, you know.
He's easily my favorite character in the whole film, is Zangief.
Yeah, he steals the show, like, he's only in it for a few minutes. But
Yeah, he's only in what, maybe 2 scenes, and
Yeah.
hidden in the background and the rest, like, you know. is that accent.
Oh, it is, yeah.
And the sheer size of him.
He's got his hairy shins and all the
Yes,
fucking
he
hairy
does.
hands and all.
Talking about how he had to crush men's skulls between his thighs like sparrow eggs.
Yeah.
Because if he doesn't show, who will?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Because all the other bad dudes, they're resigned. They know this is their role in life, and he's get on with it and that. But Wreck-It Ralph wants more, doesn't he? You know, he wants to.
He's
get
kind
out.
of sick of being the bad guy.
He is.
Isn't he? You know.
But yeah,
He lives in a dump and just doesn't seem that cozy.
Oh, it's
You know, the bad guy
crazy.
life.
But yeah, it sums up games. Like even that part when they're in the Bad Guys Anonymous, and then when they leave, you can see it's like the center of the Pac-Man maze.
Yes.
You know, and then he grabs the cherry on the way out, and he's running along with the cherry, and it's so many little touches. Like we were watching it, like it was my second time, but I was still noticing again all these little Easter eggs splattered everywhere, even
Everywhere,
to the
absolutely
graffiti
everywhere.
on the walls. There's
Yeah.
like Aerith Lives is there on one stage. You can see that. And what's the
Fucking Shane Long was
Shane
the
Long, that's the
Oh
yeah.
man, I've seen the film a bunch of times and I never noticed that. I laughed my ass off when I spotted that. Like,
And like that's good because like as gay, like it's not. That's kind of an obscure kind of reference as well.
Yeah.
Like they could have put something easily like Mario was here or something, you know.
yeah,
the
it's
fact
something a bit obvious. Like.
Yeah, but the fact they put in the urban legends of games in and stuff, that really showed they were trying to get in touch with certain crowds as
It
well.
kind of shows that the guys behind it must have been big gamers themselves.
Oh,
They have to
definitely.
be.
There's things in there that you couldn't have got in just by researching and stuff. You know, you
Yeah,
can see it's
yeah.
personal little touches, like even to
But I guess thinking about the kind of guys who would be walking in that industry.
you're going to be like very close to gamers.
Yeah, I'm thinking you're going to be about our age more than likely.
Yeah.
You know, the up and comings of that industry are probably going to be about our age, and we all grew up in the video game generation.
Definitely.
You know, it's hit all of us a little bit. We all know our little bits and pieces and have our little connections. You know.
Yeah.
So
exactly.
it kind of makes sense that they'll all have a lot of love for gaming.
Definitely, yeah.
Yeah.
It really comes across like as even what other little funny bit? I mean, Root Beer Tapper. That's the pub they all go to.
Brilliant.
Oh,
Yeah.
And there's even
And I love that fucking video game.
oh, it's amazing. And then he's going through the lost and found, and he's like, he pulls little kind of Metal Gear Solid little exclamation mark. Even that, I was like,
Mario Mushroom. And
Yeah.
His hand keeps cacks.
Yeah.
You know.
But like any game or something that can reference Mario and Metal Gear Solid side by side, like in the space of a few seconds, like,
Yeah.
you're onto a winner, like, you know.
Absolutely, yeah.
So well done.
Outside, actually, in the hall, just outside there,
Mm.
you run into a guy from a game called Heroes Duty.
Yeah.
You know, and in the background there are tons of pictures of kind of like Hall of Famers.
Mm.
And I'd love to do a little slow mo and see who's in each of those.
Oh, I
pictures.
know the part you're talking about.
Yeah.
Yeah, all the portraits on the wall.
There's also a bit in the beginning where it shows the arcade growing up, and they're constantly wheeling in and out arcade machines. And again, I'd love to play that in slow motion and just see how many I recognise.
Oh man, that's another one I didn't spot the first time, but there's one scene where it's the turtles, the arcade cab is there beside him.
Oh, is it?
Yeah,
Excellent.
they're talking some kind of thing going on, but you can see it sitting there, and I was like,
So,
clever bastards.
It's done in a kind of a Toy Story-esque way, isn't it?
Definitely, yeah.
You know, it's kind of like Toy Story with video game characters as opposed to toys.
That sums it up perfectly.
Yeah.
Because they're fully aware, and like when there's nobody looking, like when the game isn't being played, they're in doing their own thing.
Yeah,
Then
yeah.
someone puts in their quarters, it's like, oh, quick, the game is starting, get to your positions, and they have to act
And they
it
kind
out.
of run through the plug of the game into the socket, and it's a
Oh.
multi-plug socket, and that's where they all kind of hang out. It's a central hub.
That is perfect.
You
And
know.
it's like the big thread. If the game is put out of order, it's like, oh god, because once they pull the plug on the machine, like, they all kind of die in the game
Yeah,
and stuff
yeah.
as well, and they have to get out.
Like it all kind of summed up how self-aware they all are in the very opening scene when they showed the arcade shutting down for the night, and all the games are still left on, you know, and you see a dancing game and the girl in the dancing game is wrecked, and they showed Ryu and Kane
Yeah, I love that
fucking
part.
fighting each other in Street Fighter 2, and the boys go, "Fuck me, man, I'm wrecked. Are you going for a pint?"
Yeah.
You know, I'm legging off the tappers, like.
That was brilliant. That was so clever, you know.
It's brilliant, and you know straight away then what you're in for, you know.
Yeah, it does.
It paints the picture beautiful.
Yeah, and then the story as a whole, it's just, yeah, like you said before, it's just a good film as well. It works really well, good storyline.
It's funny as hell.
It is
it's
very
really
funny.
amusing.
It's one of those ones kids and adults together could love it. You know,
Yeah,
what I mean? It's
absolutely.
got something for
Yeah.
everybody.
So the story is basically then he's not impressed with being the bad guy, so he decides that he wants to be the good guy.
Good guy.
You know, and in order to be a good guy, considering Fixer Felix and Fixer Felix Jr. get the medal each time he wins a level, he decides, well, that's how I'm going to be a good guy, I'm going to have to get a medal. So he fucks off into other video games and pretty much wrecks them by accident, trying to be the good guy.
Yeah.
You know, he's a big clumsy motherfucker. Like,
he is, he's a bit of an oaf, but he's got his heart's in the right place.
Yeah, he's almost like Shrekish except nice.
Yeah, actually, yeah, clumsy, bit of a...
Shrek's a bit of a cunt, isn't
he? He's an arsehole.
He
is a bit of an arsehole.
You know.
I
know it must take a lot out of you on a day-to-day basis, being that ugly and putting up a donkey, but god damn.
Yeah,
you know.
You'd be a prick of it.
Exactly.
God damn it, Shrek, fuck you. Yeah, so through one thing and the other, he ends up in this. What's Sugar Rush? Isn't it?
Sugar Rush. It's kind of a go-kart game. Isn't
Go-kart, yeah. It's almost. I remember watching it again. I hadn't watched Adventure Time last time I saw Wreck-It Ralph, but watch this time. It's almost like an Adventure Time kind of candy world where it's all like sugar canes and rivers of chocolate and all this bullshit. But he gets there and he's helping Vanellope, his little girl. She wants to become the #1 racer. So it's this little story. Like he kind of takes her under his wing and teaches her how to drive and builds cars for her, and she's all her own shit going on that he has to help her deal with and stuff. But
and she's a lovable little rogue as well.
She's great crack.
She's so very, very funny.
Yeah, definitely.
You know, she comes out with such a bunch of one-liners that you're not expecting like a 10-year-old girl character to come out with.
Yeah, very cheeky, a lot of sassiness going on and stuff, which is great.
Like at one stage she's on about how she's so excited she'd burp. And he's like, what's that? Oh, it's like when you burp and vomit all at once. You can taste it, and it's deadly.
Yeah. It's nice to see that for a change. It's not your typical, like, princess or something, you know?
Yeah.
Proper and perfect.
She's all attitude.
She's a bit of a brat, like.
Yeah, she kind of got this life in the street kind of
Yeah, definitely, yeah.
You know.
But that's good. That's how they riff off each other. There's a lot of vibing going on then, because he's a bit of a rebel as well, like, you know.
And like I say, it works, and they're constantly coming up with new ways to insult each other.
Yeah, exactly.
It's really good fun because of that.
Definitely, it's written so well, like, you know.
But I suppose the flip side with Vanellope is the fact that she's a glitch.
Yeah, I even like that.
So the characters of her game don't want her in the game.
Mm-hmm.
So it becomes almost a rescue mission to get her to race and become a proper character.
Yeah.
You know, and again, it's great because they throw in so many silly little references along the way to go with it. You know, there's one scene where the bad guy, the king, you know, he's got all the stuff locked away that he doesn't want anybody near. Like, you know, and he walks up and it's a big NES pad.
Yeah,
you know, and he types in the Konami code to get into it, like.
And again, absolutely perfect, like such a little reference to throw in for the gamers.
It's really, really good stuff. There's just so much to that film. There really is.
You could watch it, I don't know how many times, and
it
constantly be picking up new stuff. 12 dozen.
A dozen dozens.
Yeah,
all the dozens,
yeah, it's something. I suppose you're thinking, could you make another video game movie? But it's kind of hard to top that now, really, without actually just going back to making movies based on games.
Yeah.
I know, you could take the concept, I suppose, and work it into another game or something.
But how else are you going to kind of work that? It's a one-off, if you ask me.
Yeah, it really is. Yeah.
You know, I wouldn't like to see it become like Toy Story, where there's 2 or 3, or fucking The Lion King, where there's like the one about Timon and Pumbaa. Nobody gives a rat's ass, man.
No, just you're watering it down then. Leave it definitely as it is.
I think it works so well on its own.
Yeah.
You know, and it's a complete story.
Exactly, you know? Yeah, there's nothing left hanging.
No, it wraps everything up. It works really well. It's not one of these jobs where there's like fucking Godzilla eggs left at the very end of it, and you go, oh, I hope they remake this again in 12 years.
Yes.
You know.
Wreck-It Ralph HD edition.
Yes.
Now with Barry Burton. Why not?
Oh, Barry Burton would play a brilliant Wreck-It Ralph, wouldn't he?
He'd be amazing, yeah.
Oh my God.
No.
Speaking of moving funny, actually, all the
Yes.
all the little guys in Wreck-It Ralph's game, considering he's from a 1980s game, they all move like they're missing frames, like they're 8-bit characters.
I love that. It's
You
so.
know.
Oh, it's like it's authentic, but it's funny at the same time.
It's
like,
brilliant, even though you're inside their world and it's 3D to them. They still move in a two-dimensional way.
Yeah, 'cause they never. Yeah, it's a side to side or front and back.
It's brilliant. A lot of flower pots fall over at one stage, and they don't fall over. They just go. You know, they're up and they're down. There's no in between.
Amazing.
You know.
I remember when he smashes the cake and it splatters everywhere, and even all the splatters are like little pixels.
Little
and
pixels,
stuff.
yeah. The dude, he's having a fantasy at one stage where he comes back as a hero and everybody loves him, like, you know, because that's all he wants is a bit of love and a hug with those big old hands, you know. But yeah, there's a bit where he comes back and he's thinking about how cool it would be, and he kicks out the guy being bad to him, and the guy crying pixelated tears, you know.
Yeah.
It's brilliant. It's absolutely brilliant. And it's a heartwarming little story.
Oh, big time.
You know, just about being sick of being taken as something you're not.
Yeah, they're shoeboxed into one corner.
Painted into a corner, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And just trying to break that stigma, you know.
It's good. It gives you a good message as well, like, you know, which is not to sound corny, but any film that can do that, it's always worth its while, like, you know.
I agree, yeah.
And bullshit.
Again, if you can aim it at kids and have guys like ourselves in like our 90s talking about how good it is.
Here. Yeah, it is. I think that's something that it's always been around a bit, like cartoons that both can enjoy, but I think the last few years especially, it's really become an art. You know, there's a lot of examples out there. It's good that people are able to make things now that can appeal very much to both audiences, like, you know.
Yeah.
Like, back in the day, you would have had stuff like Ren and Stimpy and all that. You know, that was a bit extreme, but
was a bit out there.
That was a bit mental. Like, that's back then. They couldn't really get the subtlety right. It was for kids, but it was still a bit Jesus. Whereas now the two were able to be blended much better together. Like, you know.
Yeah, no, I think it works really well. Ralph Walks, I suppose the Simpsons probably pioneer that.
Yeah,
you know
yeah, that's true.
They do it flawlessly. Like,
yeah,
you know,
big time.
There's always something for the kids, and there's always jokes that the adults will get, and you know, it works really well. But yeah, there's something really, really lovable about Wreck-It Ralph. Not just as a character, but as an entire movie.
Yeah.
You know, it's bright, it's colourful, it's a heartwarming story. You know, even the bad guy is amusing. You know what I mean?
Yeah, there's no archetypal really bad guy. Everyone is a bit quirky and lovable, like, you know? And it's real. Just not turn off your brain, but just it's something nice to get into for an hour and a half.
Yeah,
like, you know.
Yeah, no, it's an enjoyable 90 minutes. And then if you're in the seat that myself and yourself are in, and coming from a gamer point of view as well, there's just so much for you.
Really, yeah, there is. You can spot everything, like, you know.
Like, there's a scene where basically the first time they show the central hub where all the arcade kind of guys hang, all the video game characters, and there is just so much to see.
Oh, it's just huge, big corridor of people, and you can literally.
It's like a big train station almost.
Yeah. If you could freeze frame or slow it down, I'd say there's so many characters hidden in there as well.
Like you've got Sonic appearing on a load of TV screens. You've got at one stage I think it's Cammy and Chun-Li walking by.
Cammy, yeah.
You know, you've got Princess Peach hanging out with Princess Daisy. You've got Q*bert. You've got. They tried to speak Q*bertese at one stage.
Yeah. That was brilliant.
You know, there are just so many characters in there. Paperboy goes by. The dude from Dig Dug.
Yes.
Was his name Dig Dug?
Yeah.
Dig Dug.
Right. Dig Dug man.
It's just, there is so much, and it's not just guys for say the new kids on the block, or fucking guys who know the obvious kind of characters. There's a little something for everybody.
Yeah.
You know, I'd say if you dug deep enough into it, if you dig deep enough into that, you'd probably fucking spot Sinistar and everybody.
Oh,
in there.
dude,
Like,
he's
you know.
hiding there somewhere. He's always there.
He's there, or he
always
hungers.
there.
You know.
But yeah, I think it's definitely something that anyone that calls themselves a video game fan has to see that film.
Agreed. Yeah.
Really, as a testament to themselves, they owe it to themselves to watch it at least once.
You know,
I haven't heard anyone that didn't like it. You know.
No, I genuinely haven't.
You'd
yeah,
have to
I
be
still don't think it's as big over here, at least, as it kind of should be.
Oh yeah, definitely not. No,
You
compared
know.
to the usual Pixar Disney stuff. Like,
Yeah, where everybody and the mama's talking.
Man, yeah,
You know.
exactly. Like it won't be as big as Frozen or anything like that.
No, I don't think that's Pixar though. Was
that
it?
wasn't as Disney.
No.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, it doesn't. It's not going to be that level, but it's unfortunate because it's such a good film.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and it's so weird here, sitting in Pixel Pictures, yeah, talking about a good fucking movie. You know, it's
I
so
knew there was
hard.
something strange going
Yeah.
on. Yeah,
Look
I
at
was
us, we're
like,
smiling and
well,
everything.
like we're not giving out as much as normal.
No.
We're not calling Uwe Ball a cunt. You know? What's going on?
Yeah, we gotta get another one here that soon, yeah.
I'm back with a terrible one next month anyway, I suppose.
Yeah,
Just to
we'll be
make
back-
up for having this
back to
1 month of
normal.
happiness. Oh,
Shit.
God.
But yeah, I'd give it 2 massive thumbs up.
I'd give it 2 out of 10. Oh no, not 2 out of 10. That's terrible.
2 out of 10 pretty shit, yeah.
2 thumps out of thumps.
You know, I'd give it a Zangief spinning pile driver out of 10.
Can't get better than that.
I'm Zangief, bad guy.
Bad guy.
What a hero.
Oh man. But
You know.
yeah, great film though. Absolutely
Yeah.
great film.
Absolutely deadly. There's so much here, and there's so much even that we're not even touching on because we end up reviewing this for 2 hours. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
you could talk for so long about it, all the little notices and all the little things you've seen.
Yeah.
But again, it's up to people.
There's
to
even
watch it
huge main
themselves.
characters that we're not even mentioning because there's just so much, you know?
There is, yeah, and like people can explore that for themselves then.
Yeah.
And find all the little bits we haven't talked about,
But it's got to be seen for the comedy, for the heartwarming story, for the friendship that evolved between
yeah.
Wreck-It Ralph and Vanellope Von Sweets,
Mhm.
you know, and for just the sheer amount of gaming goodness involved in it, you know.
crammed chock full of gaming goodness.
Absolutely. Even the dude who owned the arcade looks like that twisted motherfucker from Twin Galaxies. You know, that guy.
It's got to be a piss take on him.
It has to be, yeah.
I'll be
yeah.
disappointed if it's
Apparently, voiced by the guy from Married with Children.
not. Oh, that's right. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
God damn.
Yeah,
small
that's
world.
the first time I've ever seen him do a character that wasn't a cunt. Yeah.
True that.
But yeah, there's so much for everybody. There really is.
Definitely. So, video game fans, check it out. Movie fans, check it out. It's got something for everybody.
Absolutely.
So, I wanna fucking.
Yes.
So, there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Our 5-star review of Wreck-It Ralph. Man, like we're just saying there, we could talk about that all night if you let us
All
go.
night, man.
All night, you know. It's such.
We pretty much had to cut ourselves short because we could have been here a very, very long time.
You don't be looking at no 2-hour YouTube video bullshit, you know.
You know.
But yeah, fantastic film. Like we said, everything's in there for kids, for adults, non-gamers, gamers. Just the whole package, really, isn't it?
Again, we know we cheated this month by not picking a movie that was based on a video game, but
Fuck it.
we let that clause slide just this once. You know.
What you gonna
Next
do?
one we'll be back to bullshit movies though.
Yeah, definitely. I think Uwe Ball needs a little revisit now. We haven't seen him in a while. He's coming back. But yeah, again, check out. We're going to put links here to all our other Pixel Pictures. You can subscribe to us, like us. You know, we got so much video stuff going at the moment. Check out.
Coming close
Quick
to
Hits.
100 videos at the moment, so do keep up. Do
Ooh.
keep up, you know.
Of course, once a week we have the quick hit videos.
Mhm.
Usually Spud drops them up on around Monday. I'll throw in a few then as well.
We have our podcast at
Podcast.
hitstartnow.com every month.
Check us on Facebook. Hit us an email. hitstartnow@gmail.com. If there's any films, video game based, you want us to check out, let us know.
No matter how
We-
good or how bad.
We've run the gauntlet now at this stage. We've seen the worst. We've seen the best. So anything in between, throw it down.
Yeah. let us
Throw
know.
down that challenge and we will do it for you. We promise.
Also, Twitter. Get us on Twitter at HitStartNow.
Twit. Here's all the information right down here. So yeah, again, as always, thanks so much for checking us out. We appreciate every bit of feedback we get. Comment, let us know
Always
how we're
a pleasure.
doing.
Always good fun.
Yeah, so we'll see you with the podcast, quick hits, reviews, blogs, everything. And